What is good, everybody? It's your boy, That King Boo, and I'm back at it again with some more gaming news. Today is June 22nd, 2026, and we have some crazy news today. And the people that have, I guess, caused the crazy news is Steam, the best platform for PC, right? Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I have been talking about the Steam machine, and you know, with all the rumors coming around and circulating about the price, I've been basically just giving my 2 cents about it. And you know, with all the rumors and stuff about the price, I thought the price was going to be around 8 to maybe 900. You know, a lot of people were saying like, oh, it needs to be around like 600, 700 bucks and stuff like that, which I agree. But come on, guys, how the economy is right now, and with the AI boom and all this RAM shortages and all these components that skyrocketing and stuff like that, come on, guys, you already knew this thing was going to be expensive, right? But unfortunately, today news came out and they have exceeded my expectations, guys. They've exceeded it, guys. And yeah, let's get into this article. This article is brought to you by Polygon. And the title reads, Valve fans react to Steam machine prices with disappointment and defeat. And honestly, if you're a fan of Steam, you shouldn't be shocked at this. Like, come on, you shouldn't be shocked at this. You shouldn't be disappointed. This, come on, you should. Anybody with half a brain already knew that this thing was going to be expensive anyway. But I mean, honestly, I didn't know it was going to be that damn expensive. So here we go. When Valve revealed the Steam machine back in November, what fans saw wasn't a PC gaming rig. Sure, that's technically what the hardware was. Another option, much like the Steam Deck, which expanded where players could access their Steam libraries. What everyone was expecting, however, was Valve's version of a console. Now that the Steam machine's pricing has been revealed, fans are contending with a much harsher reality. With the lowest model costing $1,049 and the highest price one clocking in at $1,428. God damn. That's rent. That's rent right there. The Steam machine isn't cheap. Yeah, it's not. No one expected it to be. Between the widespread increased costs for computer chips and Valve's hesitant to reveal the Steam machine's price tag, fans have spent the last few months bracing for the worst. If the top-end PlayStation 5 can cost nearly $1,000, there was no way the Steam machine was going to be less than that, right? Of course, but damn, the highest end one is almost 1,500 bucks, and then we're not even talking about the Steam controller, which is like, I think I seen on my Steam account, I think it's going for like $100 for the controller. $1,600 to get everything. I pray to God it comes with a controller though. I pray to God it comes with a controller. But if it don't, that's crazy. That's crazy work. Real crazy work. Valve has never outright made a comparison to consoles. Holy crap, I can't read. The PC publisher instead has reportedly referred to the system as a PC. The messaging around Steam Machine has muddled things. However, the Steam Machine's simple design and compact size evoked the Nintendo GameCube. Yeah, it kind of does look like the Nintendo GameCube, no lie. It is kind of cool. The hardware brings games to TV screens, something that most people associate with consoles. Valve's marketing image situated the Steam machines next to toys. One of the games prominently featured in the campaign was, Stardew Valley? Removable plates and size comparison to a banana gave the Steam machine a playful tone. Valve paired its Steam machine announcement with the reveal of a new Steam controller, which allows players to play games as they would on a console. Rationally, people understood Steam Machine wasn't a console, but the way people spoke about the Steam Machine still treated it like something on par with a Xbox or a Nintendo Switch 2. Pricing discussions usually framed the Steam Machine in comparison to consoles. the discourse revolved around whether Valve would sell the system at a loss, as console companies do, and if it was viable to launch in opposition to that. And honestly, yeah, guys, if you don't know this, but a lot of these companies sell their consoles at a loss and then make it up on the back end with games, subscriptions, you know, whatever stuff is in there, yada, 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 yada. But I mean, I think there's kind of going to be a shift going into this next generation. I think it's going to come to a point where these companies that are producing these consoles, they're not going to start taking losses anymore. They're not going to take losses anymore. Like Nintendo, I think Nintendo, if I'm not mistaken, Nintendo has never really taken a loss on any of their consoles when they build them. They always manage to squeeze out some little profit. But I think going into this next generation, that them days of like companies taking losses to get people in, them days are done. And it's sad to say that. I think it's done. I mean, because now, like with the PlayStation Pro being 1,000, now the Steam Machine coming out to be 1,000. Xbox most likely is going to try to push that $1,000 price tag with Xbox Project Helix. And yeah, it's getting real crazy out here, man, as far as these prices. Hopefully something changes in the future. We can only hope. Valve knows it too. How else can one explain the Steam Machine's section that addresses whether it is a Valve console? Why would a tech publication like The Verge call the Steam Machine the most ambitious game console the reviewer has ever experienced? When Valve fans call the Steam Machine a GameCube or a GameCube, it's a joke. On that reinforces the way people see the hardware. Now that we know how much a Steam Machine actually costs, the hopes has been shattered. Sad day for poor people. One top voted thread on the Steam subreddit reads, I know it's more powerful than a PS5 and Xbox One. Well, PS5 and Xbox One, okay, but yeah, that price is very unappealing. One Steam user wrote on Valve price announcement, nothing is affordable for anyone making less than 50K these days, wrote one Blue Sky user. 50K? And making less than 50K, I mean, yeah, really more like 60. But yeah, that's a topic for another day. Let's keep reading. It is reasonable. Linus Tech Tips asked in a recent video. Yes, it's too high. Yes. Okay. Let me see. I think it's just really more just talking about the Blue Sky stuff. But honestly, I think did they try to do like some type of console like back in the day and that shit like failed hard? I think it failed like super hard. Let me know. Let's just keep reading. On Blue Sky, plenty of fans say they understand why the Steam Machine is priced this way, the way it is. Comparisons to PCs with similar components shows that Valve's hardware is priced fairly in the current market. At the same time, Steam users have seen recent headlines about Valve's founder and billionaire Gabe Newell spending unfathomable amounts of money on luxuries like a $500 million super yacht and a $70 million mansion. Supporters want to think of Valve as the rare company has not been corrupted by chasing profits. If there was one company that could feasibly sell something at a loss, the thinking went, it was probably Valve. I mean, you gotta understand, man, like, I'm sorry guys, I know this might be a little off topic, but I'm just waiting on the day that Steam announces like, hey, you gotta pay a subscription in order to play online. I'm just waiting for the day, bro. I'm just waiting for the day. Like, I'm sorry, and I'm like, I play PC myself, but I'm waiting on the day when Steam announces like, hey guys, y'all gonna pay a subscription for multiplayer and blah 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 blah, and then all this stuff about having like, you know, we get free multiplayer on PC. That shit gonna be dead, bro. I feel like it's coming. I think it's coming. I mean, I might sound crazy, but I think it's on the way, bro. I mean, bro, spending $500 million on a super yacht is fucking bonkers. The boat costs more than the house. That's nuts, yo. The Steam Machine notes that selling at a loss is traditional console hardware model where companies recoup cost with subscription services and exclusive. Valve, however, doesn't think the model makes sense for them. They are a PC gaming company. The FAQ insists this might explain why the cheapest option for the Steam machine doesn't come packed with a Steam controller as a console would. I had a feeling. So I guess so it says the cheapest option. So that means you still got to pay like, bro, that means you still got to pay like 1,200. Like the lowest one, if you don't have a controller, is 1,200, unless like you can hook up your Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo Switch 2 controller or whatever, or any other type of controller you choose. But it's like, dog, you're still paying like 1,200 if you can't. That's insane. Wow. The strength of PC gaming is the ability to play the games you want on the hardware you want. The FAQ reads, Steam Machine is a solution to these problems, and we think it's a great one, but it is not the only solution, and we don't want it to be. The Valve credit, the company likely didn't want the pricing announced to feel like a rug pull. In the blog post accompanying the FAQ, Valve reveals that it has spent a long time wrestling with the Steam Machine's price, and the hope back in 2023 was that with time, pricing for components would be lowered. Once Valve realized things wouldn't play on that, it tried anticipating component prices increases. But when price hikes for some computer components exceed 100%, it was still difficult for Valve to set a viable price that would make everyone happy. There were periods where we found we couldn't source some of our components at all at any price. The post reads, more than anything else, this has impacted the number of units we've been able to produce from launch. Wow. Might see the Steam Machine pricing as a rational, unavoidable outcome, where the optimist wrong to have hope. Though Valve's blog post states, our original goal for pricing the Steam Machine is no longer viable. In an interview with Eurogamer, Valve users interface designer Lawrence Yang doesn't share a specific number, but he does make it sound like Steam Machine was supposed to be much cheaper than it turned out to be. The original pricing was closer to what a Steam Deck currently costs, apparently. That sort of rough estimate of what that would have been, Yang says. Valve insisted that Steam Machine isn't a console. Maybe that's true, but if it is, whatever, bro. This is insane. This is insane, guys. Honestly, let's keep it a buck. For me personally, too rich for my blood. And plus, I already got a PC that is leaps and bounds stronger than this thing anyway. Yeah, but like I said, man, I mean, at the end of the day, when you see think about it. They've been pushing back revealing the price for a while now, right? So we knew it was going to be pretty expensive, and plus another thing too, with the price hike of the Steam Deck, I mean, you should have known this thing was going to be pretty expensive. Honestly, guys, I mean, man, I don't even know what to say, dude. It's just like, to be honest with you, I honestly think if you got a PC, do everything you can to keep it running. Honestly, don't care if you gotta buy like secondhand parts from places. I don't care, man. Keep your PC running. Keep it, upgrade it the best you can to play the most current games. I at this point, man, this thing being $1,000 like this, bro, I'd recommend just getting you an Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Nintendo Switch 2, and PS5. I ain't worried about the PS5 Pro. The PS5. If you really want to game, at the end of the day, I like I always say, man, take care of the important things first. Gaming should be like the last thing on your list. Take care of food, health, hell, but any type of other bills. Take all the important stuff, like care of that stuff first, man. Gaming isn't the only thing that's important. Save your money. And yeah, guys, man, this is just getting ridiculous. Hopefully in the next maybe 5 years, something like that, we can sit back and laugh about this, and hopefully they decrease the price substantially at this point. I mean, like I said before, I thought it was going to be around like $800, but for the cheapest one, it being $1,050 is absurd. I know, you know, they don't want to take a loss, and I know, you know, I have no power to tell these companies, hey, y'all should be taking a loss on this and blah 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 and all that stuff. But yeah, man, a lot of people aren't going to be able to really like afford this, and it seems like to me just gaming is becoming a luxury, and a lot of the hobbyists are getting priced out, unfortunately, and it's sad. But that'll be the end of my video, guys. If you like what you've seen here, make sure to like and subscribe, man. You know, down in the comment section, tell me, you know, what your thoughts on the new Steam Machine pricing, and if you're gonna get it or not. And like I always say at the end, guys, take care of yourselves and one another. Peace.